Hello, I'm a game developer, and in this video I'm gonna make 3 exact same games in Unreal Engine 5 in 10 minutes, 1 hour and 10 hours. But before that we need to choose genre, so let's spin wheel. Oh, shooter.
10 minutes timer starts now.
For the 10 minutes project my idea is to make simplest shooting range so player can aim targets. I quickly created a new blueprint project with starter content because I don't have any time for C++. The first task is to create simplest character that is able to at least aim targets. It is entirely impossible to cook something up, but I do my best and quickly go to project settings and specify exit actions and even for clicks. Here just with the plain and simple grass material I create field. Then I want to implement shoot logic, so when player click then I make raycast that can detect another vectors. Here's what I have now, but it's already 5 minutes left. 10 minutes is almost gone, but I have to make some target. So it will be just cube that gonna rotate when called shoot at action. And the time is gone, let's see what we got. And here is what I done in 10 minutes. As you can see, I can just shoot the simple targets with the raycast. But I think it's not that bad for the 10 minutes. But guys, make sure you stick around to the 10 hours game because it's absolutely insane. Let's jump into 1 hour game. The idea for that project is to create 2D turret that player can control and also create enemies that are gonna move in direction of player, so player can shoot them. I started to draw into this sprite in Photoshop. Then I exported it to my project and create flipbook. After I struggled a bit with the rotations, it looked like this. The hardest part was probably rotating straight in the direction where mouse is located and also move sprite in the location where mouse is located. Of course, for that purpose I used linear interpolation. And when I made that tremendous blueprint, it finally worked. And as you can see here, when I move my mouse, turret is rotating and moving. But it is already 30 minutes left. We have turret, but we don't have bullets. I quickly create bullets and spawn it on each half of second. My projectiles look like this. They are moving in direction of mouse location. Now I wanna create enemies. Enemies are gonna be just circles. I don't have time to implement some AI, so I'm gonna just calculate direction to that main turret and enemy gonna move in that direction. It's only 10 minutes left and I have to make some spawner for enemies. So in my case it's gonna be just plain where I get in random location. It's only few minutes left and I want to quickly try to create some UI with the text. Last few changes and time is gone. That is what I can achieve in 1 hour. Attempting to create game in 10 minutes and 1 hour was fun, but it's time to make real game in 10 hours. So my idea was to create small hunting game where a guy is spawned in forest and can hunt on animals. You can see here a light on my hands because I started in the morning and it took me 10 hours. So I think it's worth to hit that like button because I spent all my weekend on it. So I found that cool model on Mixamo and downloaded it. And of course I also ripped off animations from Mixamo for the sniper. After I exported it to Unreal, I made some weird things with the main skeleton of a third-person character template, so I just recreated my project. Then I had to combine these animations in some way, so I created animation blueprint for my character. The harder things starting to came out when I exported sniper model to Unreal Engine. Of course I just downloaded from the internet. I had to create all materials and then combine it with the character, and it was pretty hard because the character has different states. And finally I decided to add some camouflage texture instead of just solid color. It is hard to find perfect rotation and perfect location for the sniper in some state, but here's what I got so far. Then I spent really a lot of time for a smooth transition between scope and following camera, and here is what I got so far, but it already 7 hours left for me. With the help of render target I have to send first person view to the UI to later create zoom. As you see here I struggling with the material because I want to create beautiful scope. I don't have time for some fancy animations, so I just put image of the scope on top of the material. Then I spend a bit of time on troubleshooting and enabling and disabling scope logic. Finally I got something that looking like this, and now it is 2 hours left for me, so I have to create some forest with the animals. I started with creating landscape. I didn't want to create some infinite level like in Minecraft, so I just made high mountains. I never used newly added PCG system before, but I tried and it turns out it's not that hard. Of course I have to download some assets for forest And while I'm waiting, I gonna make animal AI. In my case, animals just running around, so it wasn't hard to implement it. Shoot logic was implemented in similar way to the first 10 minutes game, and here I added some recoil. Forest assets finally it was downloaded, so now I can put downloaded models into PCG system. Then I just added grass, added some plants, and placed AI animals. And here's how game looks like finally after 10 hours of struggling around. As you can see, it's not ideal, it's not the most beautiful game, but I think it looks more than good, like as game that was made in one day in 10 hours. So thanks you guys for watching, don't forget to hit like button and see you in the next video.